Welcome. Our special guest is Brandon Schoolhouse, lead designer and owner of the Han Cholo jewelry line. After getting his start in 1995 working for the Beastie Boys record label, Grand Royal, Brandon Schoolhouse, an L.A. native, started a successful career as a wardrobe stylist, working on music videos, fashion editorials, and album packaging. Then took that talent to the jewelry and accessory industry, launching his eclectic music and fantasy fiction-inspired line, Han Cholo, back in 2002. Since then, Han Cholo has become a massive hit and a favorite among high-profile clients like Brad Pitt, Gwen Stefani, Miley Cyrus, and Snoop Dogg, my buddy, just to name a few. Earlier this year, Lucasfilm, along with Disney, granted Brandon and Han Cholo the coveted Star Wars licensing rights to design a special line for the new Star Wars, The Force Awakens. That film opens today in theaters and is supposedly going to break $3 billion, the first movie ever to earn that amount of money. Before getting into jewelry and the movie, your first job was with the Beastie Boys.
Yes, it was.
As what?
Actually, my job title back then was called the Commander because it was a small team of us and we all did everything. So it was like from A&Ring to shipping to marketing to you name it. We all had different jobs and we had to fulfill them all. And it was just amazing working back then. And I just learned so much about the music industry and how we ran it.
And now you have their offices, right?
Yeah, and now we're back at the offices where it started.
What happened to the Beastie Boys?
They basically moved back to New York. The Grand Royal label moved out, and we kind of came full circle and moved back into that building. And
you ever keep in touch with them?
I haven't seen Mike for a while, but soon enough we will probably run into each other.
What made you put all your eggs into the jewelry basket?
Actually, it was kind of like, it kind of just happened. I was doing a lot of wardrobe styling and just incorporating my jewelry designs into my jobs. And people would always ask me, where can I find this jewelry? It's so different. And I would always just tell them, it's just a one-off. I made it for you, basically. And they were like, you need to start a line because there's nothing like this out there. So that's kind of how it all turned out. And
now, Brad Pitt wore one of your rings on a People magazine.
Yeah.
How did that happen?
His wardrobe stylist came by our store at the time and pulled the ring for a cover of GQ, and he fell in love with it. And he wore it every day for a while, and just wore it on every cover of magazines. And he met, I guess, Angelina with it, and it was on, you name it, just tons of tabloid covers and everything out there.
Explain the name.
Han Cholo. That actually turned out, it used to be working for the Beastie Boys, I started to DJ. And I was looking for a name at the time, and Han Cholo came to my mind. And after all that, I was wardrobe styling and looking for a name for my jewelry line, and Han Cholo was the perfect name for it.
Sounds Star Wars-ish.
It is. I'm totally a biggest fan. I'm totally inspired by Star Wars and everything it represents.
Describe the line.
The line.
And where is it sold?
It's sold worldwide. We sell over the web, on our website.
Not in stores?
In stores worldwide. But the line itself.
I mean, like you're wearing rings.
Yeah, I'm wearing all my stuff right now.
Bracelets too?
Bracelets too, for sure. I make it all.
Is it expensive?
We have two lines. We have our signature series, which is our precious metals, gold, silver, and that's our expensive line. Then we have a lower end tier for the fans and stuff that just can't afford that price range, which is all stainless steel.
Women and men?
Unisex.
Very competitive industry.
It is. In a weird way, when I started, it wasn't that competitive because I was doing my own niche. And now, I'm just honored to just have people, inspired by me of what I've been doing for so long and doing their thing too.
Do you know why jewelry? I mean, you're in the music business. Why jewelry?
I ask myself that all the time. It all turned out, since I was a kid, my grandparents used to be avid jewelry collectors, and my grandma used to take me down to the jewelry mart and get design our own rings and bracelets and stuff. So I was always fascinated by that and the gems and the stones. And, you know, little did I know that it was going to be my career.
Was there any designer that inspired you? Is there a who's the most famous, other than Mr. Schoolhouse, who's the most famous jewelry designer?
I mean, of course, I'm inspired by so many.
Elizabeth Taylor did some.
Well, she did some great ones, actually. Yeah, she did some great stuff. I mean, but like that's the more deco-ish jewelry. But like for me, I don't think there's anyone that touched my base of what I was trying to do at the time, and I kind of just think of myself as pioneering the line that I'm doing right now.
So I'll walk sometimes to the Saks or Neiman's, and I'll see names in front of all the jewelry places. Who's that famous one that she's a lady?
Which one?
I forgot. Some very expensive.
Okay, yeah.
And what makes a great jewelry designer?
You always have to have. You always have to be in the know and be like way ahead of the game. You have to have something that's different from the rest of the stuff out there. I mean, you look at any jewelry store, you'll see like the same rings next to other rings that look exactly the same. There's always got to be a piece that just like stands out from the rest and is just made from the heart. Do
you see stuff that you don't design that flips you?
Oh yeah, for sure, for sure. There's stuff that inspires me, and most of the stuff that I see that inspires me is old vintage.
You've been commissioned by Lucasfilms to design a special collection for the Star Wars film. How'd that come about?
Well, back in the day, I was working with Disney on one of my favorite movies as growing up was Tron, and they commissioned me to do Tron line. And so I was working with Disney a lot with other projects, and knowing that I've always been a Star Wars fanatic, they approached me and they asked me, you know, we'd be the perfect category to do this jewelry line with, and I had to pitch myself.
Now, what makes a Star Wars ring or a Star Wars bracelet?
Well, just my design. I'm wearing just for this week one of my Death Star rings, my Chewbacca ring. You know, I have to have the Rebels and the Imperials. But you know, just all my jewelry that has inspired me for Star Wars is just like. It's like a dream come true. So
is all this from The Force Awakens?
No, actually, these two pieces are. The rest of these are just my Han Cholo actual pieces.
Do you have to see the movie to do the design?
No. Actually, I didn't get to see, no. Well, no.
Have you seen the movie?
The new one?
Yeah.
No, I have not.
But you designed it?
I designed, yeah. I just see an image.
What do you base it on, then?
Images, and that's all I get. So I have to go through the whole process of just bringing it out from a picture.
Does George Lucas have to approve it?
Lucas does, for sure.
When we come back, Brandon has designed for some of the biggest names in show business, including Brad Pitt, Snoop Dogg, and Miley Cyrus. I understand he's got a special gift for me. I don't know if I'm exactly in this kind of category. Don't forget to check that out on our Larry King Now blog, where my team goes behind the scenes. Next, they go to Han Cholo's LA offices to get a special peek at Han Cholo's Star Wars collection. You will see it here next.
So I need to show you what I'm doing for Larry, and I hope he's gonna like it.
Oh my God.
I got my crown over here for the king right here, and then, of course, his little broadcasting mic.
On the inside?
And yeah, you saw that.
His face on the inside?
Inside.
That's gonna be engraved on the inside
Yeah,
of
it'll
the
be engraved
ring?
inside.
And you've got the mic on the one side.
Yeah, I mean, I wanted to make something that, you know, he's gonna want to wear.
Oh my God.
And you know, it's just an honor to be on the show. So.
And what's the ideal reaction? What are you hoping for?
Just something he likes, and maybe he'll wear it and dig it.
I can't wait to see his face. It's so awesome.
Oh, that was a trick there. You didn't show anything there. So when do I see this?
Well, so happens I have it here for you. Just do the honors.
Woo. Oh, that's a beautiful ring. Where would I wear it? On the...
Whatever fits it. There you go.
Wow.
I'd incorporate some.
It says Larry King Now on the side.
I got your mic.
My mic.
And your crown, your crown bezel. Wow. And inside is the picture of you too. If you looked inside the actual ring itself, you have to take it off to see the inside.
Oh.
If you can take it off now.
There's a picture of me inside the ring.
Yeah, it's your logo.
Oh, yeah. Oh, there it is. This is a great gift.
I'm glad you like
I
it.
will wear this with pride.
I'm glad you like it. It looks great on you.
Is this in the expensive line or the less?
That's the expensive line.
Meaning this is gold.
Well, that's the gold with the silver, sterling silver, and I got your white topaz, which I know you're born in November, and topaz is your stone.
Correct. Wow. You got all these clients. You do custom pieces like for...
All the time. We have people that
so
want...
you personalize it like this?
Yeah, for sure. Totally.
Wow. Do you think that when you see people, do you think this would go for them?
Oh, all the time. Sometimes I'll walk down the street and I can just picture a piece of jewelry on them of mine, or just when people come to me and approach me for a custom piece, I already kind of envision of what I need to make them.
What has the internet meant to this business?
So much. I mean, just to get the fan base and getting pieces out there to the public it's unbelievable.
So they go. Most of your business come from the internet?
Yeah, most of it does actually.
Well, you're selling all the time.
Yeah, all the time.
Now,
Like,
I would imagine this Star Wars exclusive thing will be a boom.
It's such a boom. It's like it's so nonstop for us. Like right now, it's just like it's the holidays too, and it's just like everything is just the ball is rolling. It just is getting bigger and bigger and bigger.
Do more men buy them? Is it more men or women?
Actually, it's unisex. It's a 50-50, but mostly men. But it's still like a lot of women want to purchase it too. So we have to do sizes for them as well.
Going to buy clothes? Going to get into, I'm not buying clothes, designing clothes.
Yes, that's the next thing for Han Cholo that I'm trying to do right now is I'm designing some clothing line right now just to do the whole lifestyle brand, not just the jewelry line, but I want them to be able to wear a shirt. You know, a lot of people don't wear jewelry, so I want them to incorporate something just if they're a fan of the brand, but just want something else. I want to get something for them to wear. And everybody wears clothing, so.
Now, do you make necklaces?
Oh yeah, all the time. Necklaces, bracelets, earrings, you name it. I mean, I'm all over the place.
Are you designing all the time?
All the time.
Where is it manufactured?
Downtown LA. Yeah.
All downtown?
Yeah,
LA?
yeah. The stainless steel is overseas, but all my signature stuff is all done here in LA.
And overseas is in like China?
Yeah, stainless steel.
Do you travel a lot?
I do, for sure.
I have
to.
Are you married?
No, I'm not.
No, don't do that. Brandon, I am honored to be wearing this. Now, it's weird. It's hard to get off, but it feels a little loose on the finger. So what do I do?
I can size you up. I didn't know I just kind of visioned your size, so I can get that size for you, no problem.
Yeah, quick?
Quick.
Because I love this ring.
For sure. No problem.
Okay, so how do you know the size?
Well, it's a little loose on you. You can get it over. I'll just make it a half size smaller.
But then will I be able to?
You'll get it on. We'll make sure.
Okay, a half size smaller.
All right.
I don't want it to be loose, but I love this. How quick can you do this?
I'll do it today.
And when will I get it back?
I'll get it to you tomorrow. How's that?
Okay, deliver it here.
Oh, you got it.
I love this ring.
Thank you for having me.
Brandon Schoolhouse, my big thanks, man. This was terrific. Owner and designer of Han Cholo Jewelry. Visit hancholo.com. That's HANCHOLO. See more of his great line of jewelry. And be sure to check out our Larry King Now blog, where you can go behind the scenes at Han Cholo's LA offices and get a glimpse of that special Star Wars collection. As always, you can find me on Twitter at King's Things. I'll see you next time.